It's time to talk about zero trust. Now, I know it sounds like the name of a cyberpunk band or a group of elite hacker warriors. Zero trust, trust no one. It sounds cool, but more importantly, it's one of the most important security mindsets your business needs to understand really right now. So, what is it? Zero trust, it's not a single tool or product you go out and you buy. It's a methodology. It's a shift in how you approach cybersecurity. The old way of thinking followed what we call the castle and moat model. You build a secure perimeter, and that's firewalls, antivirus, etc. Anything inside that perimeter, your office network, your company devices, is all trusted by default. But the problem is the world changed. Zero trust really emerged because of remote work. The rise of remote work and hybrid teams and cloud tools, it completely blew up that concept of a perimeter. People are now working from home and in airports and in coffee shops, and they're using personal devices as well as their corporate ones. So they're also using SaaS tools, all sorts of online tools that don't live in a data center anymore. And so the castle walls are gone. The old model really doesn't cut it anymore, and that's where zero trust really comes in. The core principle is now never trust, always verify. Zero trust flips that model and says we don't trust anything by default, not even our own devices or users inside of our network. Every interaction, whether it's logging in, accessing files, launching an application, must be authenticated, validated, and continuously verified. And that applies to anywhere where you're working, whether that's in the office or on your phone, on some cloud resource or on a VPN. It really doesn't matter. So some folks go, is zero trust just about MFA? No, not at all. Multi-factor authentication is a big piece of it, but it's not everything. Zero trust environments include things like strong identity management. That's single sign-on and MFA. We have a whole video that talks about these cybersecurity terms you should check out. It talks about device compliance checks. Is this a company-approved device? Is it fully patched? We look at things like least privileged access. Our users are only able to get access to exactly what they need and nothing more. Continuous verification. It's not a log in once and you're good all day sort of thing anymore. And there's even more stringent approaches like micro-segmentation of networks that limits how much damage can be done if something is breached. Now, it's kind of interesting. Zero trust actually might be easier for the small and medium businesses to deploy and to start. And that's pretty good news. It's easier for them to adopt than larger enterprises because they have fewer devices and apps to manage, and the level of technical debt and complexity is a lot lower. It's easier to enforce policies across these smaller teams. And we work with a lot of small and medium businesses who already have the core tools like Microsoft 365, a modern EDR tool, and cloud file storage. They just need the right configurations and policies to enable a zero trust model in their environment. And so some folks go, well, great, do I not need a firewall anymore? I can cut that cost out, right? Can I save some money? And that's a great question. Zero trust, though, doesn't mean that you throw out your firewall or stop protecting your physical office. Firewalls still matter, but they're just one part of a much broader strategy. Even if a device is sitting safely inside your office, it shouldn't be trusted just because of its location. That's the shift. Location doesn't equal trust anymore. And so you need to tailor zero trust to your business. Every business is different. Zero trust isn't just a one-size-fits-all solution. Some businesses can adopt a full zero trust model across all their apps and their users, and others may need to have a balance between security and usability, especially if they're still relying on some of those legacy systems or they have a very high velocity work environment. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is risk reduction without disrupting your people or your work. That's where working with a partner like Anneal Tech really helps. We understand the nuance of your systems, your users, and how your work is done. Zero trust isn't a trend. It's really the new standard. And as more vendors build security into their tools based on zero trust principles, your environment needs to be ready to integrate with that future. If you want to learn more about what zero trust might look like in your business and how to get started and how to tighten what you already have, reach out to us at inquiries@annealtech.com. Let's build a security model that works wherever your people are.